Today's incident will wake up your soul. Please watch the incident till the end. Assalamu alaikum friends, I hope you are all well friends. If you know the horrible situation that happened at the time of the death of a greedy girl, you will cry in fear, you will be shocked. Friends, this incident is a true incident. This incident has been shared by the eminent Pakistani scholar Maulana Turk J.L. Soib Dambakam. So friends, let's start the video. Their parents died leaving 2 children in a rich family in Serad. One of the 2 children is a girl and the other is a boy. The mother of 2 children grew up in the family of her aunt. The girl was extraordinarily beautiful and incredibly talented, passed bar with good results in the examination. His younger brother was a simple fool. After passing bar, the girl fell in love with one of Jang's zamindar and got married. His young brother remained in his aunt's family. After the marriage, the zamindar's husband had a lot of wealth, but the girl completely deprived her foolish younger brother and took the father's property worth as of rupees in her own name. As a result, he gained ownership of the fertile agricultural land of Saroda and valuable land of the city. Anan continues to explain to him, look, it is not right to deprive the younger brother completely. The result will not be good. But the proud woman, proud of her beauty, of her form and education, does not listen to a word the younger brother did not get along with the cunning older sister. In 1947, the younger brother went mad and wandered the streets, and within a few days he died of starvation, malnutrition, and depression. Princess Jang of Saroda came to the zamindar's palace and arranged the family. From the womb 2 sons and 1 daughter were born. Whatever the meaning, he was getting wealth. He was not satisfied with anything. Within a few days he was diagnosed with diabetes. In 1967 he developed a heart problem. This greedy woman reached old age at a young age while the boys and girls were in college. The zamindar's husband married another girl, and Marie goes to the area with the newbie. I was acquainted with Shojjar's Ampath, established in the area of old building in Saroda. In May 1967 at the hospital I go to Shajodi for treatment. I knew all the facts of his life. Her aunt Shajodi was reclining on one side of the bed. My wife was with me. Shad's aunt sighed when she saw us. The beauty of the princess's form was still eye-catching. His deep black eyes, round face, fair complexion, beautiful teeth, thin lips were still impossibly attractive. I don't know why I saw a red dress in her dress that day. The princess was fidgeting on the bed with gold ornaments in her hands and ears. Suddenly he was sitting up. Once she sat up and called her husband and children. He immediately fell asleep. Seeing her restless condition, her aunt cried and comforted her. The princess was constantly sweating even in the air-conditioned room. There was panic in his eyes. Suddenly the princess looked at the roof and said, look, aunt, my brother came to pick me up. He has a terrible looking man with him. Auntie, tell my brother not to take away all my gold ornaments. Look, my brother is looking at me with an angry look. Saying this, the princess began to open her gold ornaments. Aunt grabbed his hand. At one point in the extreme unrest, princess fainted. 15 minutes later the on-duty nurse reported that the princess had died. With the dissatisfied, angry brother and the horrible-looking man, he became a resident of Alam Baryak in another world. Another surprising thing happened, dear friends. When a man goes to steal a shroud, you will be shocked to know what happened to this shroud thief. So I request everyone to watch the full video. Narrated Abdul Malik bin Marwan. Once a man came to him and said, O Amir al-Mu'min, I have committed a heinous sin. Do I have forgiveness? Abdul Malik bin Marwan said, Allah accepts the repentance of all servants and forgives sins. He said, O Amir al-Mu'min, I used to steal the shroud from the grave. I have seen very strange events. Then the shroud began to say, thief. Once I dug a grave and saw the face of the dead person turning in the opposite direction from the Qibla. When I came out of the grave in fear, a voice came from the unseen. Asked the dead man why his face has been turned upside down from the Qibla. I asked the corpse, what is the reason for keeping your face upside down from the Qibla? The dead body replied, this young man used to neglect to get down. This is the punishment of those who neglect prayer. I dug another grave and saw a pig tied up in the grave instead of a corpse. When I came out in fear, a voice came from the unseen. Do you want to know what was the work of this man? I wanted to know what. There was a voice from the unseen. He drank wine and died without repentance. I dig another grave inside. The corpse is tied to the ground with a rope of fire, and its tongue is protruding from its back. When I came out in fear, a voice from the unseen said, do you want to know what this man did? I wanted to know what. There was a voice from the unseen. He was not clear from the urine, and he was whispering in each other's ears. I dug another grave and saw sparks of fire coming out of the dead body, as is the case with welding. When I came out in fear, the voice from the unseen said, do you want to know what this man did? I wanted to know what. A voice came from the unseen. He would leave the prayer intentionally. I dug another grave, and saw that the grave was wide as far as the eye could see. Inside, illuminated by twinkling lights, the corpse was lying on a bed, nice dress on her body. I came out surprised. A voice from the unseen said, do you want to know how this man was? I said, say it. It was said from the unseen, he was a young man loyal to Allah. Despite his youthful vigor, he lived a life of obedience and worship of God. Upon hearing this incident, Abdul Malik bin Marana said, in this incident there is advice for the wicked and good news for the virtuous. May Allah protect us from all kinds of torment in the grave. Give take to go to the grave after finishing life in the period of faith. O Allah, and be sure to give a like to the video, and to get more Islamic videos ready, regularly subscribe to our Islamic channel and press the bell icon next to it. Faith is the bird that feels the light when the dawn is still dark. In life's toughest moments, when all seems lost and the path ahead is shrouded in uncertainty, it is our faith that holds the torch. Of this video delves into the profound strength that faith in Allah provides during the darkest times. It's about understanding that faith isn't just about expecting light at the end of the tunnel. It's about believing in that light even when you can't see it. Remember, even in the darkest moments, faith can be your guiding light. Imagine being bedridden, with hope seeming like a distant flicker. Picture Sarah, a young woman whose life was suddenly upended when she was diagnosed with a chronic illness. The pain was constant, a relentless companion. Doctors with their charts and grim expressions offered little in the way of optimism, yet it was in this crucible of suffering that Sarah's faith became her beacon. Believing firmly that Allah had a plan for her, she found strength in prayer and the soothing words of the Quran. Her belief was not about denying her pain, but about embracing the possibility that every hardship was a step towards a greater good. Friends and family watched in awe as Sarah's spirit didn't just endure, it flourished. Her journey wasn't marked by miraculous overnight recovery, but by small victorious battles against despair, each day a little better than the last. Her recovery was slow, but her faith never wavered, and today she stands stronger than ever. From affluence to insolvency, one man's world turned upside down overnight. Meet Jamal, a once thriving entrepreneur whose innovative tech startup was the envy of his peers. However, destiny had other plans. A sudden market crash combined with a few high-risk decisions led to his company's dramatic downfall in the blink of an eye. Jamal found himself grappling with a mountain of debts. Creditors knocked on his door, and the phone buzzed incessantly with demands for payment. The weight of financial ruin was crushing, but Jamal's resolve was unshaken. Amid this chaos, Jamal turned to his faith. His belief in Allah became the beacon of hope in these turbulent waters. He spent hours in prayer seeking guidance and strength. His faith was not about expecting miracles, rather it provided him the fortitude to face each day, make tough decisions, and slowly rebuild his life. Opportunities began to emerge as he adapted to new market realities. Jamal's journey was arduous, but his unwavering faith illuminated his path to recovery. In his journey through financial despair, faith was his richest asset. Losing a loved one can darken your world in an instant. Imagine a family tightly knit and full of love suddenly faced with the devastating loss of one of their own. The shock waves of grief and disbelief ripple through their lives, leaving a void that seems insurmountable. In the midst of this profound sadness, the family turned to their faith. They found solace in the belief that Allah is with those who are patient. Their shared prayers became a refuge, a place not only to mourn but to remember and celebrate the life of their loved one. These moments of prayer and reflection brought them closer, weaving their individual sorrows into a tapestry of shared resilience. Through their faith they began to see light in the darkness. They spoke of their loved one not with finality but with the comfort of everlasting love and the hope of meeting again in a better place. This belief fortified them, encouraged them to cherish each day and to support one another through faith. They found the strength to embrace life again with hope and gratitude. As we've seen today, faith in Allah isn't just about spiritual belief, it's a source of immense strength. From the inspiring stories of individuals overcoming illness to the tales of resilience in the face of financial ruin and the poignant journeys through personal loss, each narrative underscores a singular, powerful thread: faith. This faith isn't passive, it's an active driving force that not only sustains but propels individuals forward through the darkest of times. It is the belief that there is a higher plan and a steadfast hope that the Almighty's support is perpetually at hand. Imagine the strength it takes to look beyond present difficulties, to see challenges not as permanent obstacles but as transient shadows destined to pass. This perspective isn't just comforting, it's transformative. It turns despair into determination and sorrow into solace. So as we reflect on these stories, let's embrace the power of faith to guide us through life's trials. Remember, Allah's help is always near, and indeed, bad days do not last forever. Keep faith, stay strong. The true story of greedy woman